this represents my happy place, I realise. This is what I'm aiming for. And I guess we're not sort of typical perhaps in some ways in that maybe 30, 40 years ago, profitability would have been a main driver when we had our young family, but it's not quite the same now. And also we've finished our professional roles, and so time is ours. And so our farm, we took over 5 years ago. We were both looking for a new challenge. We figured that we weren't just going to sit back where we were, we needed something new, so we drew up our lists of what we were after, and we ended up with this basically. And the main thing that got us here was that on a winter's day, it was like, wow, that is so beautiful. Yeah, we saw it in winter, and just to give you a bit of an outline, we are right next to the Manga. We are actually adjoining the national park, so this is the national park that runs along our farm. We get anywhere between 3.5 and 4.5 metres of rain, so that's a real challenge for us. But we've also got some fantastic stuff working for us, which is the bush that we've got remaining. We're called 9 streams because we're punctuated by waterways everywhere we go. When we took over the farm, we weren't sure if we could even grow grass. We grew a lot of lichen at that point, and nothing was fenced off. Animals were accessing everything. That was their water source on most of the farm. So what have we done? You'll see the fences are quite important. I think how many kilometres? 15, 16 kilometres of fences have gone in so far. We've retired a third of the farm. We've put 3 areas into a QE2 covenant, which we can't recommend highly enough. Fantastic to work with. Absolutely brilliant. We work with the TRC. We've done a lot of pest work on the place. We've put in reticulated water. We've had to bring our pH up from 5.4, getting up towards 6 now. We've been using our fish fertiliser here, so we've used those soft fertilisers for a long, long time. That is now, we're really just now starting to see the main benefits of that, I think. One of the real challenges for us was that the roots were only going about 100 mils deep because they were just spoilt by this water that was forever falling on them, and how to kind of break that up and get roots deeper. So one of the things that we are doing is lots of monitoring, lots of the soil testing, biology, trying to get our roots down deeper. But this for us is the big success, is the infiltration. We had a group that came out with us and we were measuring infiltration, and it took, for 100 mils drop in water, it took 9 minutes 40 2 years ago. That's now down under 2 minutes. But you go next to the fence line and it's like about 10 seconds. So we've still got a lot of work to do to get rid of that compaction that's been happening on our place for all that period of time. This is my happy place. I've got our mokopuma here in the stream. Water quality is really important to us, and that's a measure of our success. And just this year we've started doing eDNA testing. So we've taken 6 samples, 3 where it leaves the manga and 3 where it leaves our farm, to try to see whether we're having an impact on water quality. And that water quality is measuring the invertebrates that are living there. It comes into the farm pristine. At the moment it's leaving pristine on one and nearly pristine on the other, so we've still got a wee bit of work to do there. We've got happy animals, they're growing fast, we minimise our inputs, we want more diversity, we don't feel that we can spray out, we can oversow, we just feel it's too risky because of the rain that we get. We can get 200-300 mils in no time, can't we? It's too risky to do that, so we think we're going to oversow and we're going to take the journey a little bit more slowly. We love the biodiversity, we love watching the trees grow. Matt does lots of pest work. I don't know how many 100 rats we've taken out in 5 years, maybe 600 or 700. 1,000. Possums all the time. He's always on to that. That's really, really important for us. Because it's not just about protecting your bush, it's actually having your bush healthy. And now our next issue, I see you put your big C up there, we are no better off in terms of our carbon footprint on paper than we were 5 years ago, and yet we've done all this work. So how do we get that recognition of the work that we've done? And I think that we're going to have to do that by going through an organisation like Vujcich or something and actually getting it assessed. on our farm, because otherwise we just get no recognition.
If you think about all the things you're measuring, what would you value the most?
For me, I think it would be water quality, biodiversity, that heart thing too. How does it feel? You know, it's buzzing. And I think for me, it's in my professional role for the last 10 years of my professional life, I was working with farmers where there seemed to always be a tension between profit and conservation. And I guess I've always felt I've got to kind of prove it to myself, if nothing else, that the two work together. You know, we're actually getting better production now, having retired a third of the farm. I just want to get past that thing that they don't work together, because they just so do.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.